Welcome back on a Monday night. Show number 2. Monday Night Thunder continues and roars on. 360 wing sprint cars coming at you this time. Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Sprint Car Series at Lernerville for round number 430. Winged Warriors in the server for action tonight. Drivers just coming out of the drivers' meeting, going to get the last couple of minutes to get some laps in on the track. Big block race was pretty good. Had about 4 or 5 cautions, but quarter mile. This is a little bigger track, a little different. Outside wall only down the front stretch. There is a wall nowhere else on this racetrack. You have got to mind your P's and Q's. You'll see these guys right on the ragged edge up there up top. The quickest in of the server right now is the only 2-time winner in the series this season, and he did win last week, so we'll see if he can go back-to-back. That's the little Hurricane Mason Hannigan. A lot of returning faces, old grizzled veterans from DSRL, and some new faces, their first time in here. I don't know if it's first time in the sprint cars, but our pavement man, Adam Vinny, has made his way out. You will see him in a very famous-looking car. He is driving the number 11, the old Quaker State King of the Outlaws machine in here tonight. Rylan Gray in the server. Matt Westfall. A lot of drive. Nathan Davis, lawnmower man, in the house. Seafoam green, number 36 right there. Feel like he's been driving that paint for a long, long time. Ooh, this time he makes a big mistake. And yeah, he may have to go get one off the top rack of the trailer. Ryan Scheidt. There's Jacob Schmutz. Boy, I put the camera on them. They're going off the track. Some of these guys might pay me to keep the camera off of them. You never know. Mr. Dunn. My goodness, sir. It has been what feels like 100 years since I have seen your name. You're in my chat talking to me. I would like to see you on the racetrack, young man. I am doing okay. How are you all the way down there on the opposite side of the world from me? I want to say hi to Bill, Tim. Blessed number 58 in here for Wineland, Taylor Wineland. All right, that's it. Practice is over. The BS stops right here. Now it gets serious. 30 cars. What a field. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Everybody going to come out and get their qualifying in. Rylan Gray going to be one of the first to get on the racetrack. Very familiar, number 06. I think it's been his number his whole life. At work, well, that sucks. Hopefully it pays well, because you're missing racing. It is good to see you in the chat, man. One of our Aussies. Way down under, Craig Dunn. Long timer, Chad Griggs. Quick time right now, 13:36. Scott Thomason, his teammate, bumps him out. Let's go find. Well, there's Doc Watson. He's making some noise. Here's Davis, Nathan Davis, the lawnmower man. He doesn't own that business anymore. May have to call him something different. May have to start calling him Shades. He's a window tint guy now. Owns his own window tinting business in Indiana, and pretty successful. And I'm very happy for him. Anthony Morano out of the big block into the 360, and he goes quick time, 13.24. Trevor Royer up to 5th, and then gets bumped because Wineland, here comes Sebeski. Sebeski going to the top of the chart, 13.20. Old Whiskers, he's going to have to make up some time. He is currently 17th quick. He won the race in between the two Hannigan wins. Has had a podium the last 2 weeks. Did not improve. All 30 cars have taken time. There's Wineland's car, Carenta, Silby, 19th quick. A little off, but it looks like Sebeski is going to pick up the bonus points as your quick qualifier. Anthony Morano will be second quick. We'll get ready for Heat 1. It's going to move quick tonight, guys. We're going to have, looks like 3 heats, maybe 2 B mains, and when we move to the feature, it'll be Sebeski on the pole with Scott Thomason on his outside. That's the 66 and 6. Ooh, 666 on the front row. Oh, we got to do something about that. And then another. It's supposed to be the 02, but he shows 66 there. There's so many 6s in here, it's not even funny. Doc Watson, row 2 to the inside with the 118 Tiny Dancer, and I don't know where she's at, but there we go. Tiny Dancer in the house tonight. He's going to start P4 in Heat 1. Ryan Scheidt, the 10 car, row 3 to the inside next to Matt Grimm in the 91. Matt Grimm, we haven't seen him in a minute either. And then the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silby, down there in row number 4 in the 7 car, and he's got Larry Moody in the 73 on his outside. Rory Collins, the 62. Final row for Heat 1. He's inside, and Jacob Smuts, the 1J. We'll start on the outside of that row. Roll them off pit road. It is a big drop down. Getting onto this, just crazy how far these guys have got to drop. So get ready. They're going to go around again. Get them all lined up. Sebeski and Thomason up front. And we got to get Sebeski's number fixed. There's so many 21s. There's like 4 of them in here now. So we're going to have to go through and start fixing some numbers so we don't have all this. It's all good in the hood. We're just happy they're here. We hope everything is wonderful, beautiful, wherever you are at. Get ready for a fantastic show. It's Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Wing Sprint Cars about to get at it on Monday Night Thunder right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Heat 1. Underway. They're going to give him the green flag. Great start for Sebeski. He'll have the lead. Is going to be a battle behind that. They were 3 wide momentarily. Thomason with a big run down the backstretch. Grabs second. Watson to third. King up top has fourth. But Ryan Scheidt has something to say about that. Scheidt locking it in on the bottom. Oh, got loose coming out of 2. You notice that 118 car. That is a throwback scheme to one of our Sprints for Freedom races that we used to hold every July 4th week annually. Hopefully that is coming back because sprint cars seem to be doing pretty well right now. We're 3 laps into it. Sebeski running away with it. Watson and Thomason are duking it out. Watson got way sideways. Now he's going to be in a battle to hang on to third. Top 4 are automatic transfers. Oh, this time they can't stop themselves. They come together. Caution. And we will go back and we will watch that again. Drone was flying right behind him, and he is going to get a good view of this. Thomason cut down a little, maybe lost some momentum, and Watson had a big head of steam. Those two are going to come together. It's a hard racing. A couple of cars tried to occupy the same piece of ground. Do we have a crash behind, or did they just get into this? Because Matt Grimm shows to have had an incident himself. He and Scott King are right there. They're going to get a piece of this. That's all it was. They're just going to get a piece. So I think we're still going to have our 4 to go. Everybody's still behind the pace car. The light's probably going off this time. Get a good look here as they go through 1 and 2. It should be a single file restart no matter what. Lights are off on that pace truck. So we will be wrapping this one up. Top 4 are automatically through. Maybe it's top 5. I think it's the top 5 are automatically through. And we'll get the rest out of our B mains tonight. Green flag back in the air. They're at it once again. Sebeski with a good start. King and Watson. Now Ryan Scheid has moved up there. Watson's going to take second. King's going to be in the battle for a transfer spot right here. He has got Scheid and Silby all over him. A lap and a half remaining in this one. Up to the middle, now cuts it down to the bottom. We're watching the battle for the final transfer. White flag in the air. Silby went to the bottom. I don't think that's enough. Watson lost some momentum. It's going to be Scheit second, Sebeski first. Who's going to be third? Scott King slides by and takes third. Watson in that 4th spot. Silby, Thomason, Moody, Schmutz, Grimm, and Collins all on the outside looking in. I am going to take a quick peek, guys. I got to throw this up there. I got to take a peek because I'm pretty sure it was 4 transferring. That is right. I thought we had 4 transferring. All right, let's get ready for the grid for heat number 2. Anthony Morano, the 32 car, will have the pole, and he'll have the 23 of Alex Strzynski on his outside. Ross Carina, the 510, row 2 to the inside. Next to your 2-time winner and current points leader in the series, the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, in the 22. Rylan Gray, the 06, row 3. He's got inside position there. And he'll have Jesse Bandy in the 49 on his outside. Your 4th row, the 9 of Ted York. He's on the inside. Garrett Boyd, G-Body, in the 21. One of our numerous 21s. He has the 8th starting position in our final row for heat number 2. The other 32 car, Tom Ostendorf. He's next to his teammate in the 54. That's Matt Westfall. Hey, Deb, welcome to the show. He transferred to the feature. So they'll roll them out. We'll watch them head onto the racing surface. About 2 full pace flaps, so we'll cut them loose here. 4 are locked in. We're going to lock 12 down. We're going to look for 12 more, so we're going to take 6 from each of our 2 B mains. Those B mains are going to be racked and stacked. They're 12 laps long. They'll go around. Starting line will be pointed out. And the next time we go through this corner, loud pedals to the floor, and we'll go racing. Oh, pole sitter Anthony Morano. Little blinkety blink. He was having this problem a little earlier tonight. I don't know what it is. We rarely have cars that are blinking too awful bad. All right, time to get at it. Morano Strzynski on the front row. Morano. Perfect timing. He'll have the point headed into 1 and 2. Strzynski. Carinta. Hannigan. They weren't quite 3 wide, but Hannigan's got a good run on the top side of turns 3 and 4, and he's hanging it out on the ragged edge. Give him the spot over Strzynski. Morano, Hannigan, Strzynski. Here comes Carinta around the top. He took a spot away from Rylan Gray. Everybody working up high until you get back to Ted York. The 09 car was working the bottom in 3 and 4, and he lost 2 spots. Boyd and Bandy going at it. That's 6th, 7th. Morano is out front, and he is making a nice transition from the big blocks all the way into the sprint cars, and I think the kid might just be a wheel man. Hannigan giving chase. Lap times identical. 13.53, 13.54 for your 2 drivers up front. This time around, Just a tick quicker for Hannigan. He's starting to find a rhythm. Might run out of laps before he can get there. We're watching the top 2. 2 to go. Let's go look at third and fourth because Corinta's got the third spot and Boyd has a transfer spot in hand right now in front of Bandy. He's got to last for another lap and a half. Here comes the slider from Hannigan. Long, low. Hannigan led the lap, but Morano went right back to the point. That time Hannigan slips out of 3 and 4. Morano up on the high side. A long slider from Hannigan. Morano crosses over. Morano wins the heat. Hannigan second. Corinta third. Boyd takes the final transfer spot. Bandy, Gray, Westfall, Ostendorf, York, and Trzynski. They're going to have to work through one of the 2 B mains tonight. We have been so impressed with this Monday Night Thunder group, both the big blocks and the sprint cars, the quality of the racing, the quality of the drivers. It has been a lot of fun this season. Let's get ready for heat number 2. This is how we'll line them up. The 25 of Taylor Wineland will have the pole. Trevor Royer and the 90 will be on his outside. Nathan Davis, the 36 car, row 2 to the inside next to the 27 of Chad Griggs. And then you'll see Dean Reynolds in the 79. He's got the third row inside spot next to Old Whiskers. Ernie Williams in the 91. Cody Terry, the 57, row 4 inside next to the 11 of Adam Vinny in his first start in the 360 sprint cars with us here at DSRL. And then Robin Gephardt, one of the other 21 cars in the server, starts in position number 9 with Jonathan White in the 23 on his outside. Final heat race, final 10 cars. We'll lock 4 more in. That'll give us 12 into our feature. We'll look for 12 more. Maybe we're looking for 10 more. We'll have to check that out. We know got B mains coming up next. There'll be 2 of them. All right, front row's getting them lined up. Wineland and Royer. Trevor Royer with a better qualifying effort than he's had in the first 3 weeks, and he's going to start close to the front of his heat. He started at the back so many times. Green flag in the air, and we are underway. Wineland grabs the lead. Royer second. Griggs up to third. Nathan Davis has the final transfer spot at the end of lap 1, but here comes Ernie Williams. Williams goes by on the high side and takes that away. Puts his teammate on the outside looking in. Everybody trying to chase down Wineland. There goes Royer. Here comes Williams beside Griggs. Griggs got a good run. Almost pushed Royer down the straightaway. Got 5 cars racing for 3 spots right here. Should be able to hear the cars. That thing is hitting the yellow up there. Wineland out in front by half a second. Royer trying to hang on to second, but Griggs is going for the slider. Takes it up the hill late, and he's got the spot, but Williams worked to the bottom right there, and he may take the spot away. Ernie Williams, slider in 1 and 2. Chad Griggs fighting hard to stay in a transfer spot. Right now he's second. They are cutting back and forth, slicing and dicing. Heat racing action only, and they are still going at it. 2 to go this time. Wineland easily out front. 3 wide out of 4. They get it sorted out. Griggs was the meat in the sandwich. Royer is working on the bottom. Lost some momentum there, and he gives both spots back to Williams and Griggs. So we come to the white flag. Davis is not out of this. Oh, there goes Griggs off the top shelf. And he is going to jump out the window and have to go through the B main. Wineland transfers, Williams transfers, Royer transfers, and Davis transfers through. Reynolds, Vinny, White, Griggs, Gephardt, and Terry all with issues. And Chad Griggs was right there in a transfer spot. And the right rear jumped off the track there in turn number 2. And he is out. Looking in. Going to have to go B main. If I turn that up very far with the cars, it just starts to overpower and you can't hear anything else. But I'll give it a rip right here. So let's look at our first B main, the starting lineup. You're going to have 9 guys racing for what I believe is 5 spots. Craig Silby and Dean Reynolds will have the front row. Rylan Gray and Larry Moody in row 2. Jonathan White and Tom Ostendorf in row 3. Matt Grimm and Roman Gephardt the 4th row. And Alex Shazinski all the way to the back of this one. He's got some work to do if he's going to make a transfer and get into tonight's A main. All right, we're going to roll them out, get them up on racetrack, line them up, get them ready to go. All right, set them up double file. We'll go around. They show them where the start line is at. Next time around, it'll be up to Reynolds and Silby to get us started. B main number 1, we're going to start eliminating cars right here. First of 2 B mains about to get underway. Silby. Good start. I think he caught Reynolds a little bit sleepy right there. Rylan Gray is going to try to take second away real quickly here. Topside still has just too much momentum on the starts and restarts. Larry Moody right beside Jonathan White, trying to stay in a transfer position. He and White both have them right now. Grimm and Straczynski. Straczynski's already on the charge. Started last. He's picked up 2. He needs to pick up at least 2 more. He's going to run wide in 3 and 4. Car slow on the bottom. That was Reynolds. Now he's going to be 3 wide. This is never going to work. No caution. He left the track and he went way out there. That is not going to. Here comes our caution. We're going to go back. We're going to watch Dean Reynolds. That's the car slow right there on the bottom, 79 car. He gets up here and gets in a gaggle of these guys, and Moody and White touch, and that is just a recipe for disaster. Open wheel cars touching tires. So Moody, Straczynski, Ostendorf, and Reynolds are all off track. I think our transfer cars are still out here on the racing surface. And we are hoping for no wars of attrition, but the first B main may very well be exactly that. Did you hear the cars, Oop? Some of it is the camera angles. They don't have very good microphones on them anyway. Jay Church. I did tell Scotty that he needed to reach out. You guys need to figure out how to get together. Facebook, something. Alrighty, one more time around. We were trying to wait and see if we were going to get 1 or 2 of those guys back from the pits. It doesn't look like anybody's going to make it back. And they will get them set up to restart here. All these guys look like they're in transfer spots right now. so they just need to finish the race. They can move on. Oh, here comes somebody. I don't know who I heard coming out. Is it Dean Reynolds? Dean Reynolds is back on track. That car not destroyed, so he may be racing for a spot. As the green flag comes out, and Reynolds just got to the back of the pack right there. See if he is off the pace. Gray second, White is third, Grimm fourth, Gephardt in that fifth spot. And Dean Reynolds trying to make up a little bit of ground, but I think the car is hurt. I think it might be damaged enough that he is going to be off pace. Running about a half a second off of what the guys in the middle of the pack right here are running. 6 to go. Sylvie Gray, White, Grimm, Gephardt. And Reynolds back in sixth. Reynolds needs to hope one of these guys slips off the top of the track or has a big oops, or he will not make tonight's A main. Rylan Gray running in second. He's about 9/10 of a second behind Craig Silby, just cruising right here. Jonathan White and Matt Grimm close together, but really not trying to challenge one another. You want to transfer. And you got to be aware that just being in a transfer spot gets you into the feature, gives you a shot. Gephardt back here in the fifth spot, and he's a ways off of this battle. Just trying to cruise and make it through. All right, now Craig Silby running away with his first B main. We got one more of these to go, guys. White flag this time by. Silby gonna make the transfer. He'll be in the feature. Gray will go with him. Grimm and White side by side out of 3 and 4. They're both gonna make it through. And I think Roman Gephardt also makes the trip. We'll see if Dean Reynolds transferred out or not. But Moody, Ostendorf, and Trzynski are done for the evening. And that puts B main number 1 into the books. We'll get ready for our second B main. We'll line them up like this. Jesse Bandy will have the pole. Scott Thomason will be on his outside. Adam Vinny, row 2 to the inside, with Matt Westfall out on the 4th position. Jacob Schmutz, he starts P5 with Chad Griggs on his outside. And then Ted York and Rory Collins making up a row number 4 inside now. And Cody Terry, Shotgun Charlie on the final B main. We'll transfer them again. Wow, that is messed up. I thought I fixed that between shows, and apparently that was not the case. There it is. Just takes a second for it to reinitialize, I guess. It's 12 more laps. We'll have our field transferred in. Good look at the 11 of Adam Vinny. Jesse Bandy and Scott Thomason. Matt Westfall back there, that red machine. Flying Buckeye. Cody Terry not making the call, so that's one less car these guys got to worry about. Now you got 8 cars racing for those 5 spots. All right, pace truck getting out of the way. We're ready for the final B main. Final 5 spots up for grabs right here.
Green flag, green flag.
Thomason got a rocket start on the outside. Jesse Bandy did not go. Front row has control on all initial starts, so I don't think there'll be any penalties for the 6 car. He just got a fantastic start. Vinny hanging on to 3rd, lifts the front end up when he has contact with Westfall right there. Westfall's car might be broken. He's going to leave the racing service. Pennsylvania. Watching the final transfer spot. Vinny's got it. Collins is trying to take it away. Bandy is up front. Thomason second. Griggs is third. And Ted York with a good drive up to the fourth spot. He's already picked up 3 positions. Rory Collins and Adam Vinny going at it. Jacob Schmutz right in there, and he and Vinny almost make contact out of 2. Adam Vinny trying to learn the sprint car, and he is figuring out you got to be on the high side. Now your 5th and final transfer car, the 1J. Jacob Schmutz as he goes around Collins on the high side. Let's go back to race for second. Teammates going at it. 27 to Griggs, and the 6 to Thomason, and Griggs going to have the spot. 6 laps remaining. Back to our transfer position because I don't know if it's settled just yet. Collins is finding something down in the bottom. This time big slip, and that's going to open the gap even more. That might be the final nail in that coffin. Adam Vinny still 7th. Westfall is 8th. Got back on the track. He needed a caution to catch back up, and I don't know if he's going to get one as spread out as these guys are, but Chad Griggs has reeled in the leader. He is going to go for the lead on the top of turns 1 and 2 around Bandy. Wow, that 27 car is wound up. 5 spots from the start of this thing, and with 2 to go, Chad Griggs, the new leader, B-Main number 2. Ted York up to 3rd as Thomason is fading late. I think he got the right side tires a little bit off the track on the backstretch and had to slow down a bit. Jacob Schmutz in the final transfer spot right here. Collins, Vinny, Westfall on the outside looking in. Scott Thomason with problems. Scott Thomason lost the car. Don't know what happened to him right there, but he lost the car. Griggs is going to win it. Bandy 2nd, York 3rd, Schmutz now 4th, and Rory Collins coming to the white flag, gets it dropped in his lap. Final transfer spot. He makes it in. Thomason, Vinny, Westfall, and Terry all done. Wow. And Scott Thomason was cruising so easy right there and just could not keep the car underneath him, and he gives up a transfer spot, so he is going to miss the feature here at Lernerville. Guys are only going to have a few minutes, a couple, in the warm-up. Race Control gave us that a long time ago, told us that they will make it a short warm-up session between. Well, let's grab him and get him in here. He didn't make the transfer tonight, but Adam Vinny, your first foray here in the 360 sprint cars at DSRL, buddy. You didn't look terrible out there, but it looks like you got a few things to learn. Adam, you there, buddy? He must be consulting with his teammates, figuring out where he's going to be. Can this guy right here match his teammate, pick up his 2nd win? His first week at Knoxville was not beautiful. He had a rough night. Comes back in week number 2, picks up the win, and then last week ran 2nd to Hannigan, who did win the opener. And now Whisker's going to try to see if, no, that ain't going to help him. Going to try to see if he can equal the score, as it were. So these guys are only going to get a couple of minutes. We know that. Sebesky's been the fastest. He's 2nd quick in this session, but he has been extremely fast. Was good last week, just did not get the finish that I think he thought the car had in it. All right, that'll do it for the warm-up session. Now it is time for 35 laps, A main. Track's getting slick, getting a little wore down. But we've got our starting lineup, and this is how we're going to roll them out. 21 of Sobeski on the pole with a 32 of Murano to his outside. Taylor Wineland, 25 car, row 2, and he's got Ryan Scheidt in the 10 on his outside. And you'll see your two-time winner in the series and current points leader, 22 of the Little Hurricane, Mason Hennigan, inside of row 3, next to his teammate, trying to make his second win of the season, 91, Whiskers Ernie Williams. Tiny Dancer, the 118, Scott King, row 4, next to Ross Carenta in the 10 car. Then the 90 of Trevor Royer next to the 02 of Doc Watson. Row 5, your 6th row. That'll be Garrett Boyd, the 21 inside. Nathan Davis, the 36 out. Craig Silby, Kiwi Conqueror, 7 car. He's row 7 on the inside. He's got the 27 of Chad Griggs. Next to him, the 06 Rylan Gray. Next to Jesse Bandy in the 49. That's your 8th row. Your 9th row will be the 91 of Matt Graham and the 09 of Ted York. And row 10 will be Jonathan White, the 23, and the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. Our final row here for round number 4, the 21 of Roman Gebhardt next to Rory Collins in the 62. We're kind of on the Pennsylvania swing at DSRL in the Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 cars because they were at Williams Grove. Now they're at Lernerville. They're going to go to Port Royal. I mean, we're making the swing through PA. Some of the drivers picked up on it looking at the schedule. Some of them didn't. Since we're already a couple of weeks into it, might as well go ahead and make that announcement. Let everybody know we are on a PA swing for the next couple of weeks here. We're getting ready to go green. 35. Times around.
Green, green, green.
Good start. Sobeski's shown right here. I don't know why Sobeski's shown in 22nd. He's the leader. And caution is out. Somebody must have jumped off the top. Davis and Griggs. Did these two have a moment where they jumped out the window? Oh, it wasn't because of that, because it looks like Scott King got turned around. Let's go watch that one, because that is right there. Boyd and Royer have a moment, but they get through it. Yeah, Garrett Boyd got down into 3 and 4 pretty hot, and he got into Tiny Dancer. Tiny Dancer got shoved up the track and got into. Nate Davis. I'm just trying to figure out why everybody was stopping. I think I have an idea. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to figure out how Sobeski not being scored the leader. Yeah, we're not sure why he's not being scored the leader. He should be scored the leader. Scott King, Nathan Davis, the only two cars that haven't made it back to the track. As we get ready to go back to green, Sobeski once again. And We are going to have to get that fixed if we get another caution, because it's hard to follow, because now I got to move all the way up to the top. Sebeski still out front there, 3 wide for second. Morano's up top. Wineland was in the middle. Hannigan was on the bottom. Looks like it's going to sort itself out now. Here we go. There's your sort out. Now every bit of the scoring is right. I have no idea why that was being scored so weirdly, but it certainly was. Ryan Scheidt working the top side, going to go past Wineland. Sebeski, Morano, Hannigan. Hannigan going to move up to second. Scheidt. Wineland still going out of here. Comes Ernie Williams. He's in 5th. Behind that, Ross Corinna and Craig Silby. Nose to tail giving chase. That's through 7th. Then Watson, Bandy, and Royer are in your top 10 right here. That's Ted York and Rylan Gray. 11 and 12. Battles everywhere. Go a little further back. Chad Griggs is trying to make up some ground. He's about to run down the 21 of Garrett Boyd. And he is looking to make a move on the top side. Hannigan solidly in second. Now 1 second behind Sebeski, just in front of his teammate Scheidt, who's in front of his teammate Williams. Everybody trying to figure out how they're going to go catch the 21, and we're about to be in lap traffic. Trevor Royer somehow is the first car on the hit list, and that is not something we are used to seeing out of the driver of the 90. He had to have an issue that we did not see. Got slowed down or contact with somebody. York and Griggs are going to have an issue, it looks like. I'm looking for Chad Griggs in this one. There's the 27 car. Oh, he overcooked it. This is going to cut the caution right there, because that car's come to a dead stop. So that'll slow some things down. Give us a chance to take a breath and catch up. Now Sebeski scored as the leader. Hannigan, Scheidt, Williams, Wineland, Corinna, Watson, Bandy, Gray, and Grimm are the top 10. Collins, Boyd, Schmutz, Morano, Gebhardt, and Silby through 16. Trevor Royer's car must have a problem, because he was way off the pace and he took that thing off to the pits. Griggs is out because of that massive crash right there. Scott King had issues a little bit ago as well. Jonathan White and Nathan Davis. Davis and King were kind of in that same. King is back on the track. He just rolled out. Just trying to pick up some points. Nathan, what's up, Mirror Man? What are you doing, buddy? Can't call you the Lawnmower Man no more. I got to give you a new nickname. It's good to see you in the server tonight, my friend. Rough night. Good heat. Something not of your doing in the future, my man. All right, ready to go back to green. Still 25 laps remaining.
Green, green, green.
Sebeski with another pretty good start. He's going to have the lead into 1 and 2. Can he hang on to it? Here comes Hannigan. Went for the slider. He made it stick. New leader. Mason Hannigan out in front. Sebeski still fighting for second now. Here comes the other BDM driver, Ernie Williams, and he and Sebeski had a moment getting into 3. They work it out. They're going to stay second and third. Scheidt's right there. Wineland on top of him. Corinta's in the mix. Bandy and Grimm side by side. It's back here for 7th and 8th. Ernie Williams all over the push bar on that 21 car of Sebeski. He just needs a run and a little open window. Slider coming, short slider. Can he hang on? Whiskers had it at the line. BDM has already claimed a 1-2-3 podium this year. 438, 458. Mason Hannigan out to 1.4 seconds. Sebeski fighting off Williams right now. Running about a lane lower through the corners. You can see the difference in exit speed. Williams almost ran him right over. Now Williams with a slider in 1 and 2. Clears, locks the door. He's got second. Sebeski back to third. Ryan Scheidt now trying to make his way up there, and he's fighting with Taylor Wineland. Wineland now falls in line, comes up to the top because Garinta and Grimm went to the bottom. Bandy's still back here. He and Ryland Gray still side by side. 8th and 9th battling back and forth. What happened to Ernie Williams? Ernie Williams off the track. He slid it out the door. Tough break for Whiskers. It's going to cost him spots. Lots of them. He's going to take it straight to the pits. Was in second, jumped out the window, and he will not be back in this one. Hannigan, 2 seconds in front of Sebeski. Scheidt is third. He's got company. They work around the lap car of Tiny Dancer. We're about to get a caution, I think. Saw a car leave the racing service in turn number 2. May have gotten so far out of the way that it doesn't score him. There goes Garrett Boyd. He'll go a lap down in 13th. Windland now has fallen off. Back to about 15 car lengths behind Ryan Scheidt. Scheidt's trying to reel in Sebeski, and he's been a tick quicker every lap, the last 3, than the car in front of him. Nobody out here getting it done like the 22, and now we're seeing the cut down, the slow roll in the center in 1 and 2. And now he's going to take it right to the bottom and just let it roll through the corner. Outside one, and he is 3.5 seconds out in front. He'll go back to back. That'll put him on the hot shoe for next week. Back-to-back feature wins. Means you start the feature and you start at the tail end of the feature. You go race through your heats and your qualifying because you score points there, but you'll have to start on the back. I saw Craig Silby slow down the backstretch on the outside of the track. Lap traffic in front. Sebeski now, who was battling near the front. And that time Hannigan had to almost stop the car. Scott King, the 118 lap car, almost got sideways in front of him. 7 to go. Scheidt is second. Wineland is third. Wineland's got company because Grimm's starting to reel him in. The podium could get shook up right here in the closing laps. Closer and closer they get. Wave lap this time out of turn number 4, and he's in heavy traffic. Hannigan cuts to the inside, slow rolls it on the bottom. Wants the top in 3 and 4. I don't know if he's going to be able to get there. Caution. Ryland Gray with problems. What happened to the 6 car? He and Bandy have been battling pretty much this whole run. Oh, down into 3 and 4. Oh, that caught. He almost kept the caution from coming out, but getting that to slow down that far up on the track was cause for the caution. So with 4 to go. We'll get a late restart. Scott King will get out of the way. 10 laps down. Boyd and York may get wave bys. It looks like they're joining the back of the field, so I think they've already possibly gotten them. And Garrett Boyd is going to join the back of the field. That'll put us back with 12 cars on the lead lap. Is York? Ted York going to get a wave by? All right, lights are off on all of the safety vehicles. It is time to go back racing. 4 laps remaining. Mason Hannigan going for win number 3 on the season and back-to-back wins. He's got his teammate Ryan Scheidt tucked in right behind. Green flag. Hannigan got a pretty good start. Wineland's still third, but they're 3 wide through 1 and 2. Second, third, and fourth, they get it worked out. Here comes Jesse Bandy in 5th. Car sliding out of turn number 4. We're going to get a caution. Doesn't look like it. He's going to get it back going. Hannigan going to get the 2 to go signal. Ryan Scheidt about a half a second behind. He goes to the top of 1 and 2. Hannigan just slow rolling that bottom. Doing it to perfection. White flag coming out. Hannigan's going to go back to back. Out of 4, the little Hurricane picks up his 3rd win of the season. Back-to-back wins. Scheidt second. Wineland in 3rd. Grimm and Bandy 4 and 5. So we'll get our drivers in here, top 3. We're going to chat with them. We'll wait a second for all of them to make their way out of the cars and up here to us. Taylor Wineland fans, he got a podium out of this thing tonight. Hopefully he makes it to Discord so we can talk with him. We know the Black Diamond Motorsports guys will get here. They never disappoint. So far, no drivers. We're waiting. We're patient. Let you guys know tomorrow night, about 8:45 Eastern, ERA. And their late model stock car series back in action. Be sure you tune in for that. Oh, Hannigan and Scheidt are down there. They're in the wrong waiting room. That's the problem. We're waiting for Mr. Wineland. We really want to talk to him. Hopefully he makes his way to Discord, because I would definitely like to chat with him. Let's move over here. Let's talk to our second place finisher, Ryan Scheidt, while we wait. Ryan, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's been a minute since we've seen you on the podium. We've seen you pretty much every week this season, and tonight, tough track, tough conditions, but the 10 car going to finish in second behind his teammate.
Was rolling pretty good. Yeah, all the BDM guys are rolling pretty good right now, so I just got to get back in rhythm from being gone for so long, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like that track just got worse and worse as the night went on, and everybody was fighting for position.
Yeah, thankfully, I mean, there's a couple different grooves people could take, so it made it a little kind of a guessing game. But, yeah, it was treacherous. Fine line on the cushion or way off the throttle on the bottom.
Yeah, and then, I was going to ask you, because it looked like you stayed kind of married to that outside line right up there where the ragged edge is, but your teammate was slow rolling the bottom, and he was kind of getting a little bit of an advantage off of that. No thoughts of going down there and doing what he was doing?
No, my car wouldn't have been able to get down to the bottom like his was able to. He just has a different kind of driving style and a few different adjustments than what I run.
Blessed, tell him I hope they put it in the chat like I asked. Sorry about that, Ryan. But yeah, it looked like we're trying to get the third place driver in here so we can talk to him. But it looked like, a big field tonight, and you guys really got this track ironed in. Sliders were pretty good there until the very end. A fear of flying out the door, or was it just that track was so slick there was just nothing around to grab?
Yeah. I mean, there are some grippy spots through the middle. You just had to like roll it just right and then get lucky on top of it for it to actually work out in your favor. So the best option would be very top or bottom just to keep momentum going.
All right, man. Well, an awesome run tonight. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we will let you go celebrate with your teammates.
Awesome. Thanks to all the guys at BDM, Tim Nichols with Tim Sims, Ross at Velocity Designs, Nate with Totally Tinted, and Zach Rounds with Rounds Wraps and Tents. You all for broadcasting. Thank you. Hosting this, Roger.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. I'll look forward to seeing you back here next week, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
That's Ryan Scheide finishes in second. Now we get a chance to move on and talk to our third place driver. Found his way up here to chat with us, Taylor Wineland. Exciting one for sure.
Yeah. I guess podium, I can't really complain with these caliber of drivers. But, yeah, car felt good. I got Mason got around me there on the bottom, and after he got around me, I kind of got stuck there for, 3 or 4 laps before I could move up to the top. But, yeah, Lernerville's always fun.
You talked about the caliber of drivers, and 22 guys, and just about any of those 22 with a chance to win it every single time they come out here. Just getting a podium is an accomplishment in a series like this.
Oh yeah, especially guys like Mason and Ernie, guys that they've been around for a good while, and everybody knows their level of driving. So for me to even qualify third is a win for me, I guess.
We had a lot of people in the chat calling out for you. They were really proud of the way that you raced from start to finish tonight, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before I let you get out of here.
25 Enterprise, all my guys back there that help me tune these sets every week. House of Speed, Dylan Hauser and them guys over there. NLR, Keith Hackney, and then appreciate y'all putting on the broadcast for us.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. Let's see if you can improve on it next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Taylor Wineland finishing in a third, and now we'll move on. 3 wins on the season, back-to-back. The 22 car on a bit of a roll tonight. Mason Hannigan, you're riding a big wave right now.
Yeah, we got her pretty dialed in, so pretty happy about it. I think my 410 and 360 program are about equal right now, so that's a positive thing because for whatever reason I was terrible on a 360 for a while. So it's good to finally figure out what I was doing in the 410 and just kind of translate it to this and make a couple adjustments. So yeah, I've had this thing on dial for a little while now, so it's good just to keep doing the same thing and have it keep reacting the way it is.
Well, I want to ask you because you run the top in 3 and 4, and then all of a sudden I look up and you are just slow rolling the bottom, and you're getting away from the guys still. When did you figure out you needed to get down there?
I don't know. It's just kind of like a, I don't know. I just felt like the top of 1 and 2 is just too far to get around, and I was just kind of waiting on it, and I just wanted to try something a little bit different, and I just, you can run the bottom getting into 1 low and slow yourself up, but then you kind of wash up off 2. So I just kind of, we'd get it winged over and then roll up out of the gas and just kind of turn it across the apex there and come off in their good stuff. So that's just kind of how the track shaped up. It's not, Lernerville doesn't always end up like that, and you more than likely will have to run top of both ends, but I just felt like the bottom 1 and 2 is way better, and I just carried so much more speed getting down into 3 and with the wheels in the racetrack. So yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of a feeling, just maybe try it and just see where we end up. And yeah, we were pretty good tonight.
Yeah, looks like heading into the midway point of the season, you're going to have pretty good stranglehold on the points right here. What's going to be the plan the last 6 races?
Well, I'm gonna miss the next 2, so I'll be down at 4. I think I can come back from missing 2. What do you think?
Well, you get a free one, so you're only going to really
Okay.
be down from 1. But I do think it's going to take you a lot of more wins to get that back.
Okay. Well, we'll try. I'll try.
All right, man. Well, give me your shout-outs, your thank yous after another fantastic performance.
Yeah, I can't thank all the boys at Black Diamond, and it's had fun having Nate back tonight. We talked him out of retirement for a night. Only if we could talk John Batista out of retirement for a night, but who knows? But yeah, Ross Garante, Velocity Race Designs, and Tim Sims, and yeah, can't thank the old goat Roger for putting the steel on, and it's fun to have it broadcasted, and fun to be back to the old roots.
All right, man. Well, congrats on another awesome win, and I'll look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Mason Hannigan picking up his 3rd win of the season and his 2nd in a row. And you heard he is going to miss a couple, so that's going to open the door for a lot of guys. So we'll see when he comes back who has the points lead, what that lead is, and can he close the gap. Hannigan, Scheit, and Wineland, 1, 2, 3, and in Black Diamond Motorsports 1 and 2 again. And they almost, I think, would have had a shot at another podium sweep, but Whiskers, well, he had him an issue at Lernerville tonight. Grimm was 4th, Bandy 5th, Sebeski 6th. Good run for Chris. He ran good all night long, had a bit of a problem there close to the end, and he was all the way back in about 12th or 13th, and he makes a nice recovery up to 6th late. Gephardt 7th, Watson 8th, Collins 9th, Schmutz was 10th, Boyd 11th, York in 12th, Gray 13th, Silby 14th, King 15th. Corinta 16th, Morano 17th, Williams got up 2nd, then jumped out the window, and he's going to finish 18th. Griggs was 19th, Royer 20th, White 21st, and Nathan Davis with an early exit. Nothing of his doing. He just got caught up in some other stuff, and it was good to see Nate back. Hopefully we'll get to see him back next week, and he'll have a bigger, better performance than that. That is going to do it for us tonight on the Dirt Racing Network. I want to say thank you to all of you. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us great racing like you just witnessed, there's nothing for us to cover everybody's pat on the back. Tomorrow night, don't forget, come see us for ERA, Pavement Late Model Stock Cars. Those guys put on a fantastic show every week. It's a lot of fun. So be sure you come and say hi in the chat. Make sure you get in here and you play our over-under game for the caution count. I think a whole bunch of our watchers got prize packs for their participation here recently. So hopefully they'll be in chat and they'll talk about that a little bit.